The first thing you should do is make sure the lines and shrouds are not fouled.
Are not tangled. Next we have our main halyard, jib halyard.
Next, find a buddy and have them put their foot at the base of the mast. Slowly walk the mast up until it is standing on its end. Carefully pick up the mast and place it into the boat so that the notch in the base fits on the bolt in the step. Attach the shrouds and forestay, making sure that the ring-ding side of the pin is inward. All of the equipment that you need to sail lives in the shed.
So, a tiller.
Find the rudder and tiller whose number matches your boat. The sails are arranged on 2 shelves based on whether they're race sails or practice sails. Race sails are on top and practice sails are on the middle shelf. First, separate the jib and the mainsail. Run the slug on the clew of the sail down the runner on the boom.
Feed it down.
And rig the outhaul by feeding the line attached to the back of the boom through the eye on the clew and through the block on the end of the boom and up the boom to the jam cleat.
And before we raise the main, we don't want to tighten the outhaul down all the way.
Find the head of the main and fit it into the track on the mast. Take the aft side of the main halyard and tie a stopper knot through the eye of the head of the sail.
So we do this using a stopper knot. So we'll go through again, and we'll tie a figure 8. So basically cross, wrap once more, then go through the hole, figure 8. And then knot.
Hoist the sail up to the top batten.
Alright, that's good enough. Break the jib.
Next, we are going to rig the jib.
So, get to attach
First,
the
connect the tack of the jib to the bow of the boat on the middle pin. Next, connect the head of the sail to the jib halyard and hoist the sail.
And then we hoist the jib. Should go up easier. So these.
To tension the jib, first take the halyard front to back through the block on the base of the mast. Next, take the halyard back to front in the pulley on the halyard. Next, take the halyard back to front around the bottom of the horn cleat and tension the jib. It can sometimes be helpful to have a friend push the mast forward. Finally, cleat the halyard using a cleat hitch. The last thing we have to do is rig the jib sheets. To do this, we take a sheet to either side of the boat and pass them through the blocks, ensuring that the ratchet is in the direction of sheeting in.
All we're going to do is tie a stopper knot on here. I like the figure 8.
Finish by tying a stopper knot at the end of each sheet, leaving between 6 inches and a foot between the knot and the end of the sheet.
6 inches to a foot at the end, so that your line doesn't get sucked into the pulley. Okay, that's good to go. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side.
Once your boat has been launched, the first thing to do is lower your centerboard. Do this by uncleating the line that holds the board up. Push the board down and place the bungee over the rubber stoppers. To hoist the main, guide the sail into the track on the mast while pulling on the halyard. Make sure that your boom vang and outhaul are not cleated. Make sure the main is all the way to the top of the mast. Cleat the main by first passing the halyard through the cleat or pulley if your mast has one. And then through the loop on the halyard. And then back to the cleat, and cleat the halyard off using a cleat hitch. To rig the downhaul, take the line from the port side of the mast and pass it through the eyelet on the tack of the main. Cleat the downhaul and the jam cleat on the starboard side of the mast. To rig the outhaul, tighten the line on the starboard side of the boom until there is about a fist width in between the boom and the main. Fix the rudder to the boat by first lining up the lower pintle and gudgeon, and then lining up the upper pintle and gudgeon. Push firmly downwards on the rudder until it slides into place. Pass the tiller through the tiller hole and into the rudder. Pass the line that is fixed to the rudder through the tiller hole and pull the rudder down by pulling the rudder down line through the jam cleat. Start by finding a spot with a wood surface, such as the dock or the deck of the yacht club. Lay the main and jib out so that the jib is on top of the main and the jib wire is opposite the luff of the main. Fold the head of the main over the top batten and begin rolling.
It helps if you do it with a buddy.
Make sure that there are no creases in the sail and continue to roll until you get to the bottom.
Next thing we're going to do is shove this in the bag. Still ensuring that we don't have any creases in the sails. There you have it. Let's go somewhere.